What money habits do you have right now that are keeping you from building wealth? Over the past 30 years, I've learned a lot about money. Some lessons came from books, some from running a marketing agency, and a whole lot came from trial and error. And as a holistic wealth coach, I've witnessed how fast your financial life can change once you change your mindset and your money behavior. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 7 money habits that truly build wealth. Habits I've lived, habits I wish I had started sooner, and habits that still shape my life today. Starting with habit number 1, automatically investing a portion of every paycheck. Setting my investments on autopilot is one of the most powerful habits I've ever developed, and one I wish I had started decades earlier. Here's the reality. If you're not doing something with your money, inflation is. Every dollar you leave sitting around is quietly losing value. You don't even have to spend it to go broke. Doing nothing can cost you. When I was growing up, $1 can buy you 2 candy bars or a candy bar and a soda. Today, $1 won't even buy you either one. If I had put that dollar in a savings account when I was 15, it wouldn't even be enough to cover a snack today. But if I had invested that dollar, well, I could at least afford a steak dinner. That's why automating a portion of your paycheck into investments is so important. It keeps your money growing, not shrinking. And I get it. Markets go up and down, but over time, history shows that the long game wins. This is not about gambling or guessing. It's about consistency. Quiet wealth isn't built by timing the market. It's built by staying in it. Even if you start with 25, 50, or $100 every payday, the habit matters more than the amount you begin with. When it's automatic, it's sustainable. And when it's sustainable, it builds real wealth. Habit number 2, buy quality once instead of quantity often. Look, there's cheap and then there's crap. And sometimes the stuff we buy is both. Quiet wealth isn't just about what you save, it's about what you stop wasting your money on. One of the most underrated wealth habits is choosing quality over quantity. Be honest. How many times have you bought one of those cheap bookshelves from Walmart or wobbly desk off Amazon? And if you actually use the thing, you'll see those shelves start bowing like cooked spaghetti. But when you buy well-made, long-lasting stuff, it's a totally different game. I had a beautiful solid wood entertainment center that I had spent quite a bit of money on. It was a solid piece of furniture, but my ex-husband decided to take his power tools to it to cut off the top hutch part of the piece so that it would fit into a smaller room. The hutch didn't survive, but almost 15 years later, he's out the door and the base of that entertainment center is still standing. And after a bit of sanding and refinishing, it still looks beautiful and it still works perfectly. Buying cheap crap gets expensive real fast. And I know I'm just as guilty of this as the rest of you out there, but I've learned to quit buying garbage and just buy the stuff that I really know is built from quality materials and is made to last. Whether it's shoes, cookware, tech, gear, or even furniture that outlasts a former spouse or partner, investing in quality once can save you hundreds, even thousands over time. And this isn't about being fancy. It's about being intentional. Quiet wealth shows up in the stuff you don't have to think about replacing every 6 months. It's efficient. Habit number 3, track net worth, not just income or spending. Most people focus on how much they make or how much they spend. But if you want to build quiet wealth, you need to pay attention to something else. Your net worth. Net worth is the clearest snapshot of your real financial picture. What you own minus what you owe. You can make $150,000 a year and still be broke if you're spending all of it. And you're making $50,000 a year and quietly build wealth if you're living intentionally and stacking assets. That's why I don't just track my budget, I track my progress. When you know your net worth, you can make better decisions. You can celebrate real wins like paying off a debt, increasing your savings, or watching your investments grow. You can also catch red flags early, like when your debt starts climbing faster than your income. Tracking net worth isn't flashy. You won't see it trending on Instagram, but behind the scenes, it's one of the simplest ways to stay grounded, focused, and moving forward. Habit number 4, Keep cash reserves or an emergency fund always stocked. Quiet wealth isn't just about growing money. It's about protecting it. And one of the smartest ways to protect your finances is to keep a well-stocked emergency fund. I'm talking about true cash reserves, not your vacation savings, not your investing account. This is your just in case money, the money that helps you sleep at night. Life happens. The car breaks down, your hours get cut, a surprise bill shows up, and when you don't have an emergency fund or a cash reserve on hand, even a small emergency can knock everything off track. Now, before you think I'm telling you to let cash sit around losing value, don't. Your emergency fund needs to be working for you, just differently. Keep it in a high yield savings account or an easy access money market account that earns interest. That way it stays liquid, safe, and still earns something while it waits to be needed. Quiet wealth avoids chaos. By planning for it and building that financial buffer means you don't have to go into debt when life throws you a curveball. Habit number 5, avoid lifestyle creep even as your income grows. Lifestyle creep is one of the sneakiest threats to wealth, and it doesn't happen all at once. It happens in tiny upgrades that feel earned. Maybe you switch to a better paying job, and because you're earning more money, you decide to make a few upgrades. You move out of your apartment and buy a house. You upgrade your old Honda to something a little bit nicer. One that fits in with the way the rest of the cars look in the parking lot of your new job. And of course, with a new house, you're going to need some new furniture. You probably need to upgrade your wardrobe for your new job. And hey, why not get that huge TV because it would look great in the new living room? The problem is the house comes with not only a mortgage, but homeowners insurance, taxes, and maintenance or repair costs. The old Honda was probably paid off, or the payments were ridiculously low because you'd bought it a while ago. And the nicer car, well, that comes with higher payments and higher insurance. All that other stuff you bought was probably put on a credit card that you'll just pay off over the next couple of months as your new income starts settling into your bank account. So now you're paying interest on all that stuff too. Quiet wealth resists that urge. It doesn't mean you never upgrade anything. It means you do it on purpose, not out of impulse. The goal isn't to stay stuck in survival mode. It's to let your financial freedom grow faster than your lifestyle. So when your income goes up, let your savings go up first. Let your investments go up first. Let your breathing room expand, and then decide what to upgrade. And this is where tracking your net worth comes back in, because when you're watching the numbers, not just the lifestyle, it's a whole lot easier to make choices that actually move you forward. Habit number 6, say no to trends. Stick to timeless financial principles. Meme stocks, crypto coins that promise a 100x return, drop shipping, day trading, loud budgeting. And don't forget that friend who tried to get you into NFTs last year. And yes, even frugalism, minimalism, and the FIRE movement, when done to the extreme, can belong in this category too. I'm not saying all of these are scams or that they're bad. I'm saying they're trends, and quiet wealth isn't built on hype. It's built on timeless financial principles. Spend less than you make. Invest consistently. Avoid high interest debt. Build margin. Let compounding do the heavy lifting. It's not sexy. It's not flashy, but it works. One of the best habits I've learned is just to say no to the noise. You don't have to jump on every trend to build wealth. In fact, chasing trends usually slows you down. Quiet wealth doesn't follow hype. It follows wisdom. Because when the trend crashes and nobody else is doing it, quiet wealth is still standing. So before you pour your money, your time, or your energy into something that everyone else is doing, ask yourself, would I still want this for myself if no one else was doing it, promoting it, or talking about it? Does this align with my long-term vision? If the answer is no, you already know what to do. Habit number 7, use windfalls wisely. Tax refunds, pay raises, unexpected bonuses, a surprise inheritance, a settlement you didn't see coming. Here's what we're talking about: unexpected money. And guess what? Most people don't have a plan for it. Whenever it comes around, wherever it comes from, that cash hits your account and the same cycle starts. Let's go shopping. Let's take a trip. Let's upgrade something. And listen, I get it. Tax time was a huge deal when I was raising kids. That big check would come in, and suddenly it was Christmas in March. All the things that I'd been wanting to buy the kids, the house, myself, it just all started flowing right through the front door. We'd eat out at the nice restaurants a few times. We'd take a little trip. Maybe I'd pay off a few bills if I had the extra, but by April, the money was gone. The food was digested, the fun was forgotten, and I was right back in the hole. Here's the hard truth: how you handle windfalls reveals your wealth mindset. I'd get that extra 3 to 5 grand and do exactly what every other broke person around me did. Spend it like it's water, like there's no tomorrow, like I was rich and had money to burn. But when it was gone, reality came rushing back, and the broke cycle continued. Quiet wealth doesn't blow through surprise money. It gives that money a mission. Now, when I get extra money, I already know what I'm going to do with it. I keep a notebook on my desk with a list. Every time something unexpected comes in, I flip it open and run through a personal checklist. I don't wait until the money comes in to make a decision. I already decided. Sometimes it means paying down debt. Sometimes it means padding my emergency fund. Sometimes it goes straight into investments. The key is I know my priorities, so I don't have to make emotional decisions in the moment. Windfalls can change your life if you let them build momentum instead of burning through your digestive tract on a fancy dinner out or getting lost in a phone full of vacation photos you'll never look at, or sitting in a corner of your house gathering dust. I'm not saying you can't enjoy some of it. You should enjoy your life. But give that money a job before it disappears. Then take a small, intentional piece and enjoy it without guilt. Not mindless, not impulsive, but intentional. Because quiet wealth doesn't wait for the stars to align. It uses what shows up to build what's next. But here's the truth most people miss. You can build great habits and still end up financially stuck if you don't know your numbers. Financial freedom isn't a vague dream. It's made up of 3 real, measurable numbers that tell you exactly where you are and what to focus on next. If you skip that part, you'll work hard but never feel like you're getting anywhere. So if you're serious about building wealth and living life on your terms, don't stop here. Watch this next. It breaks down the missing piece you didn't even know you needed.